Greetings, I am Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And
let's play a game together. All right.
Pardon me.
Ooh, goodness.
Let's clear our throats together.
Ooh,
All right.
ooh.
I'll need everyone's help to fill in gaping holes in my plan, but at least now I have a plan.
Excellent.
We're all going to get matching jackets and sabotage his arcade, too, because he acts like he has an empire, but it's really just that one building.
That's it.
And the old funplex. Oh,
Wow.
it's time for one last-ditch effort to save Funtervention. Because we really do act like he has a giant empire, but he really just has that one location as far as we can tell.
It's true.
All right. Hamza's restaurant in the back of the arcade. In the back of the arcade. It really is. You have to walk through the arcade to go to it.
So here's the question. If you were having a family restaurant / arcade, would you have it be both are easily accessible from the front? Which one then would be in the front if not?
I would have both of them have their own doors. Like, you would have a front that would probably feature the arcade, but your restaurant would have its own entrance. So every, roller rink that I've ever been to that also has a restaurant, the restaurant is a thing that you can go to by itself that has access to the roller rink. Now, it might be completely open to it. And also, theaters that I've been to that have a restaurant in them.
Right.
Like just a regular movie theater. It's the same thing as it's a contained restaurant that has open access to the arcade or
Right.
to the theater, but you have your own individual experience where you can go straight in from an outside entrance and exit and never have to go through the other combined venue.
Right.
And the same thing for the other side. You have two literal entrances to your two different things, and you can use both of them when you go in. Same thing with hotels with restaurants. If they have a named restaurant in there, in a lot of cases, there will be an entrance for just the restaurant. Now, not all of them have that. Some of them have a communal lobby where you go through the lobby to get to the restaurant, but a lot of them do have their own entrance for the shared venues.
Okay, cool.
And I would have it, because the thing is if it is a family restaurant, which is the theme he has established business-wise of going, this is meant to be a family restaurant.
We're talking about Hamza here. Sorry.
Hamza, sorry. Hamza, because that's how he do identify himself as far as we understand based on the game.
Yep.
You would want a separate entrance because you would want families to just be able to come for the restaurant. And the idea of trying to keep them here, if they want to go for a restaurant experience because they just like your food, they're not necessarily going to want to have to deal with the arcade at all times.
Yeah.
And so, unless we're going for a Chuck E. Cheese vibe, which is way lower class than this, I think we would want two entrances. And so his specific decision to put it at the back of the arcade is a little bit unusual to me.
It sounds strange for sure. So.
Especially since, it then suggests that you're trying to convince your food customers to buy games by walking them through the games first. And maybe that's the business model he's going for. But I don't know what, your cost basically benefit differences would be, but it seems like a weird model that you wouldn't be able to get to both.
Right.
All right. In the back of the arcade, made for an ideal gathering place, we'd picked out one of the largest tables, one where we could easily speak to each other. And we all sit in a booth.
Yes.
Ah,
Come has returned once more, after the very sight of Dekonami has caused a red mist of rage to descend upon Hamza.
Revel in the splendor.
Can Hamza interest anyone in only the finest of spicy buffalo wings, or perhaps a diet soda?
Oh, I drink full soda, thanks. Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
Sure, I'll have a soda. Yum!
This was it. This was where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room, at everyone, at all my friends, and nodded to each of them determinedly. Also, do we have indie game presence here? Because again, I wanted Michelle to keep existing.
I know, I'm like, what happened? That
We
was
never
so weird.
We never interacted with Magical Moon Cuties or indie games ever again.
Nope, it was
We're
just a weird gimmick and then it was just gone.
And it was also, again, poorly announced when it happened. It wasn't and then this will be a thing that we do. It's just right at the beginning and all these things are all here at once. Enjoy yourself. Bye. I wanted to interact with it. Okay, I know things are rough, but I've got, let's say a good 60 to 80% of a plan for how we can turn things around. We can all agree what happened wasn't our fault, yes? Someone else screwed us over. Every problem we face could be traced back to them.
Yep, Francine
Right.
was murdered.
The ghost monsters and lovely chainsaw may be to blame, but the count of public opinion puts the blame, court, squarely on our shoulders. Right, but we're not looking for public opinion. We're going, do you guys agree? Which is one of the important things when someone's asking a question as specific as that. Our venue is tainted by their actions. We can cry foul all we like, But if there's even a chance of violence returning to our doorstep, it'll keep customers away.
It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children somewhere that's known for being dangerous.
Interestingly enough, there are lots of people who could just take their people to somewhere without being, engaging in the news or anything else. And you would still have drop-in customers.
Oh, yeah.
Unless absolutely everyone was unified of, not only do I watch the news and the same news, but I memorize the name and location and we are not going there.
Mm-hmm.
Because, people do drop-ins.
They really do.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I wasn't talking about the gangs. Today, I learned who our true enemy is, and that person is Dekonami.
Dekonami.
I love that
His
line.
angry
Bah!
face is amazing, and
It's
also it
so
sounds
good.
great.
That beast who wears human skin. Yes, surely he is to blame. Hamza is admittedly uncertain as to how, but Hamza is also perfectly willing to go along with his idea.
Yes, do it. Good.
Super funny.
That's so good. I don't care why he's to blame, but if you say he's to blame, I am ready to believe it.
Right?
Earlier, when he was taunting me, he slipped. He mentioned the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers kept their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. No thanks to Iris, who I assume should have been protecting our interests.
No kidding.
But it's okay. Plot convenience and all that. The cops didn't go after them. The news didn't identify them. So how did Deco know about them? Answer: Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day. Ta-da! Big reveal. Look at the faces. I want you to squish all of them in here. Oh my god. I need
Right?
everyone squished in. Also, if this is a fun intervention, is everyone actually here, or are we really only talking about the people who
I
joined
feel
us in
like
this venture?
Matt and Brad are gone. Because we have not made mention of them at all, and I am super disappointed.
Also, I am not seeing Teo or Queen Bee or Percy here yet.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
But,
not at all.
Yeah.
What? Seriously?
In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner.
Like the murder of Francine?
Far too many coincidences to be otherwise. And the fact that they only started wreaking havoc once Miss Defame showed up to bear witness?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can see what you're throwing down, Lies. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They were very nice and friendly.
And you remember names.
And then Mrs. Defame showed, and... Oh my gosh, wait, do you think Mrs. Defame is involved?
No, they just hired her to watch it all. It just was coordinated.
Yeah.
Considering she was willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten wind she'd be showing up, or he literally gave her the cue to show up without connecting her to anything else, going, let me just make sure that this arcade opening is on your roster. Let me try and make sure it's important to your publicist, that it's something, the new big thing that you want to pay attention to.
Yes.
But Deco may have gotten wind she'd be showing up and took advantage.
What if?
But you don't think Deco wouldn't stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us? Would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful bastard. Of course he tried to ruin our opening day. The only reason he didn't destroy Miss Francine was out of some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner.
And so eventually he destroyed her anyway?
Like he'd literally fucking murdered her. You cannot be telling me that the game is really going to try to feed me the line.
That was just how that worked.
That is insane.
I don't believe it either. I'm waiting for the murder mystery.
But to Dekonami, Lies is basically pawn scum.
Yeah, Ponscom, he wants to have his arm candy, apparently.
What?
Oh, that's a different story. Sorry about that.
What?
Thanks? To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility.
True. He wouldn't even needed a shooting to ruin us. The negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with a gang would have been awful. If Miss Defame reported us as a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, which, by the way, has been greatly misused throughout English literature and people reviewing it, just so y'all know, you should really not take that goddamn story at face value. Wow, it is...
There's some amazing analysis done on it, and it's really, really good.
It's really nice. Yeah, it's way more complicated than you did.
Yeah, like that book is a very specific, idealized extrapolation of a very specific social class.
Yes, and that is keyword there. Social class. It spelled doom, even without bullets flying around. I guess we're lucky she held her review back.
Now, only thanks to me getting actually shot.
here
they
they
are here. Yay! And they all look grumpy.
The problem is, we have no proof of this, do we? No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters, other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Lies. I doubt he'd ever admit this on the record.
Can I actually remember, and can Iris jump in, who actually has visuals of them for when I scanned his arcade, that they were at his arcade? Because that's a tie-in.
Sigh.
Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence, even the actual physical pictures we have of them when we were at their arcade, and we used her to visually identify what was going on.
Right?
Although there are eyewitness testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. It should. Eyewitness does a lot. Eyewitness has convicted people with nothing but.
Especially, like, an entire team of people who was in
all
on this.
of you, if you have 7 eyewitnesses that all go, those are the kids, you are going to win.
You've got a question that gets levied real fast.
Yes. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to be enough.
Unless the police are being paid off.
The police.
Yes.
Which would be impressive. Deco is actually a gangster.
Wow. I know a few of the local cops and how they think. If they're not looking into the ghost monsters, odds are they are actually looking into the ghost monsters quietly. Which, admittedly, doesn't help us in clearing our name.
Okay. And it's too much to hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrating the incident which ruined us. What is our plan? So, like, we've got part of a plan, 60 to 80%. Where is the 60 to 80% lies? Come on, spit it out.
I think we're still establishing everybody's opinions on this first.
Ugh, that slimy bastard's not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to.
As amusing as that would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take the direct approach. You mentioned having most of a plan, Lies. Care to elaborate?
Yeah, thank you. That'd be great.
Yeah, I was like, we have to establish everyone first.
Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flip on him. Oh, interesting.
That seems complicated.
We saw something deep in their young leader's eyes, but she didn't want to be doing what she was doing. I felt it in the wind.
I guess?
See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature, and they all seem to be minors. Oh, there may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer, and confess to their crimes.
Which literally
will
puts
get
them
in trouble and does not get him in trouble. Because if someone hires you to do something illegal and you do the thing that's illegal, it's still you doing illegal thing.
I was about to say, y'all get in trouble. This is the dumbest... What?
Alright, once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, and we say that they did nothing illegal at all.
Unless they take a plea bargain, which possibly will get them a lighter sentence, or basically that they will have some sort of deal.
Right, this sounds insane. It'll clear the good name of intervention. Hopefully someone knocks some sense into us, throws back some things. This plan, which is only part of a plan, which I said was only part of a plan, is foolproof, even though it's not a full plan yet.
Everybody's staring.
Yeah. I'm answered with a myriad of blank stares and blinks. Yeah, 'cause you sound crazy. Don't everybody congratulate me all at once, now.
Okay, so this isn't really me criticizing, but your plan, kinda sucks.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find and then ask them to politely betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money?
Kinda, except for we can find them. I really literally just need to remember that they were at his place. And I can't seem to remember that.
Between this and the shooting, I'm worried your health insurance premiums are about to go through the roof, Lies.
What's also really weird is I literally remember inviting their gang later over to over to the Funplex, and yet don't remember that I did that at Deco's place.
Yeah.
I remember the conversation. I remember being there standing with her. She even thanked me for that invitation when she was here and reminded me that I invited her from there, but I don't remember she was there.
Yeah.
That's why I said it was maybe 60% of a good plan. Yeah. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones who ruined us. No, not true. Deco and Sue. I'm confident that if I can find Sue and talk to her, I can get her to see reason.
It's true. If Liza was willing to give them another chance and hear out their side of things before,
And
it was a little weird, but hey, I mean, it's fine. Sue really seems to like the Funtervention. If there's some disagreement between her and Deco about our arcade, that could be why.
Exactly. I think we can get through to her. I can get through to her. Just me, if I try. So, something about a maid costume again. Oh,
Whoa.
Things hinges on our ability to find Sue. Find an unfindable bunch of ghosts that were literally at the other arcade being real damn obvious. One's Iris can't even track down, even though she should have video footage of them on my phone. And that's where you all come in. Except for none of you would know any of that other stuff, except for, was anyone standing there when I had that conversation with her? And invited her?
No.
To come see the real movie?
I
No. And when she confirmed that that's how she got
Because
here?
Percy was the
No.
only one who was there.
There's a waiter. That waiter who couldn't get her credit card, he knows that I talked to her. And so,
Again, we have a lot of witnesses that have seen these fucking people, and I don't understand why this... Okay, it's fine.
all options on the table. I want to hear your ideas for how we find Deco's hired goons. No new plans, no new ideas, nothing different than what I've come up with, just how to make my plan succeed. Let's fill in the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. I get their concern. This is the slimmest of hopes, the narrowest of margins, and yet I don't want to hear any new or different plans, only mine. I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. I believe we can do this. But I can't remember what I know, so telling it to them, even though I know it'll work, isn't going to work. But I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us the dirt we need to clear our name, and hopefully not send her to juvie. Oh, heck, some days I feel like all I do is talk my way through problems. If that's my one special skill, I'm going to rely on it for this final conflict.
Whoa.
We have now recognized that that's our special skill. So,
That was fast. That's a
I mean,
quick
I was going to say,
turnaround.
my good friend here and I, we recognized it way back at the at the Max convention.
Yeah.
I was going to say, but now Liza's recognizing it for themselves, so that's a way.
Uh-huh.
Now, if we could just find her. I've been thinking about
The emphasis
her.
is on fun.
I know.
But
Find her. I'm just thinking about
her.
her. It's all about her.
Hello, mister.
No, for that, I need her help. And that means I need to motivate them, like a true leader would.
You need to motivate their help.
Now you also have an experience of thinking yourself like a leader. Since when have you thought of yourself as a leader? Because what you've been doing this whole time is essentially developing leadership skills, but you've never talked about it. Like,
Right.
I've been here going, what you're doing is leadership, what you're moving towards is leadership, what you're organizing is from leadership perspective. This is going to take you, putting you in a leadership position, and we've never been talking about it till now.
And even then, it's sort of like we're not talking about it directly. It's just sort of a roundabout.
We just need to be leadership-y.
Okay.
Come on, do we want to just let Deco beat us? Let's think outside the box, way outside. We can outthink, outwit, and outdo, and outmatch Deco. If we can't stop it, Deco's going to ruin our dreams. I don't feel like we've gotten to the hopeless one, which the heart one sounds like, if we can't stop him, sounds like I'm dropping my plan and just going, please help me.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like that's where Lies is.
I mean, trying to empower people, I feel like let's think outside the box. Way
That's
outside
where I was getting to.
is
It's
too
going-
sarcastic.
It's too
Actually,
playful
yeah,
for everybody.
and I was thinking actually we can outthink, outwit, and outmatch Deco.
I think we would go there too with going, because we don't want to get like aggressive at everyone.
Yeah.
We want to be like, we can outthink, outwit, and outmatch Deco. We can outplan him. I look around and I see the best and brightest the arcade world has to offer. Engineers, thinkers, problem solvers, brilliant minds. Deco is ruled by his spite and his bitterness. We can be smarter than that. Better than that. We can figure out how he killed Francine and bring down his stupid plan with the ghost guys.
That would be wild.
We can find a way to turn his weakness against him. He literally told me he's going to send them over here again.
Like,
I mean,
really?
he did. He
threatened
actually said,
us, yeah.
I'm going to send them over here to fuck your shit up again. And we know what they all look like, so you know. It's not like he can use the same pony to use the same trick again and have it work.
Honestly, the fact that they could fucking just wipe everything is still beyond me. Like, my brain is just like, you are kidding. But
Find
okay.
an unfindable gang. I think we can do it. I mean, just Iris just abandoned you in reference to video footage there.
Yeah.
I feel like she's colluding with them to try and get you to do something. She's turned into that weird mentor of, I will withhold information to make you come into your own.
Yeah, this is really frustrating.
I think we can do it. Unseat an arcade tyrant? I know we can do it. All I need from you is to take this seriously and lend me your aid. Maybe new ideas, different than mine. No, just mine. Work with the problem with me. Are you ready?
You know it. I've solved cosplay challenges before. Solving this will be a piece of cake.
God, figuring out some characters' costumes is a nightmare. Oh my
Right.
god. Obviously, I'm ready and willing to take on this task. You only need ask.
It'll be a complicated dance, but I'm willing to step in to beat of success. I'm willing to step to beat of success.
Do you mean the beat of success, maybe? Step 2 beat of success?
Except not everybody nods in agreement.
Everyone nods in agreement. Only those 3 speak. And I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board.
For some reason, but we are out of time! So,
Ah!
hey, thank you very much, everybody, for following us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos if you're having a good time with us. Please also feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or our Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies and Lies.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!